Hello and welcome back to this nightmare of a castle. Well, it's actually not a nightmare, it's beautiful, but it's a nightmare to build in. Yeah, this is Goodnight Castle, and well, with more than 100 videos in the series right now, to say that this is our pinnacle, not really, though I must admit, we are doing quite a good job of running this park. However, I do find ourselves having some financial woes, and I kind of would like to know what the cause of that is. So let us... Yeah, look, see, this is where we lowered the coaster setup, and as a result you can see our profits dwindle greatly. However, I also do expect this ride to make up for that, but well, we still need quite a few folks more in order for that to happen. We need more people in the park so we can milk more of their money. However, if I look at the entrance path, I think that we're not doing so badly, especially considering that we're still in year 1 and we have 567 guests in the park. So that's pretty good. Now last time what we did is we built the tower, we built the Maze of High Garden, which I think is an excellent maze, and I do wonder one thing. Is it actually connected to anything? Can I? It certainly should be connected. Unless I'm mistaken. Oh man, it's this path, man. It's a nightmare. Yeah, it's definitely connected over here. People can get to it, so people should go into the maze, right? Anyway, whilst we're at it, we might as well, in good tradition, do ourselves a quick vandalism check and see if there is any vandalism that we need to address. Is there anything demolished, broken, or bent in any way? Well, it's not unbent and not unbroken. Oh, actually, it is unbent and unbroken. See what I did there? Only if you've watched the series and know the titles of the episodes, you see what I did there. I think it's quite clever. Anyway, so, the vandalism doesn't seem to be rampant, at least not yet. Anything else? I mean, I do see like 2 blobs of vomit over there, which I feel like we should address. You, handy dude, go and clean that up. That is your duty. If we enable the guests, can we see any pricing issues? To be honest, not really actually. Doesn't seem that bad, so I guess for now everything's fine. We'll see about how that develops itself in the future. What we also haven't checked, and what I'm actually quite curious to, is to see what the ratings are on these 2 coasters. Stonehenge and Raventree. 7.43, 7.74. Who would have guessed when we started out with like 6.20 or something that we would get up to 7.5? That's definitely not bad. I mean, these coasters, they are pretty good. They both make, I mean, these coasters both make more money than these 2 coasters combined. And I believe that despite our new pricing strategy, they still make a lot of money. Yeah, they actually do. I mean, we are a pricing. I mean, we've had them wait for this time, you know, it's like, okay, so I guess that's the, we've cut down in their potential of money making. Seems like they actually didn't, so that's a surprise. Perhaps one coaster isn't as popular, so the other one always has to wait. That could very well be the case. Also, we haven't really checked how well this is synchronized, but we can always check on that later. For now, what we want to do is expand our park, because we have a bit of financial issues, and well, we can only really solve that by adding more rides to the park, which is what we're gonna do. Now, if we go to our rides, you'll see that I have the river ride selected over here, because at first I really wanted to build this, and that second I looked at our money and I was like, maybe it's better if we wait. Now, then you might wonder, like, why are you going to this? Like, we could actually build that around. No, I was thinking like around the castle. And then maybe it could actually be really cool if we then also built the raft ride around the castle, seeing how they both can't go up and down and we'll have them, you know, in the water. Could be a very cool thing. Could be very tricky to build over here. Especially if we can... No. We could just squeeze that through over here. But in all honesty, let's be honest, we don't have the money for such things. And even if we did, especially the cycle ride, I mean, that would be too much. Way too much. It's not going to be any good. So, what are we going to do then? Well, as usual, I have a plan. I also have a plan about the scenery, which involves this. There. Well, it's just to make this look better, like more of an integral part of the castle. So, yeah, that was needed. No, but about the ride, I have something planned, and it's actually a gentle ride. It's actually this car ride. Now, as I said, I don't want any tracked rides in the castle. That includes car rides, but we can, with this wall over here, actually do something with it, I feel. I feel like we could make a car ride that has its station over here in the, you know, over here underground, this path right below it. And then actually have the ride itself, do a few things over here, and then get back through the wall there, which is exactly what we're gonna do. So we shall add this car ride to our collection. Now, there's a roller coaster in the way. Also, we're not lined up proper, I think. No, we need to go to the other side. I'm also not entirely convinced of... Oh, and it says roller coaster in the way. Can we go up from here? And then it's gonna complain about the land being in the way. So basically, hold on, let me pause this for a moment. We would have to go down to like height 14 for this. And then we'd have to go up 5. That is not undoable. Alright, okay, we're gonna do that. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna go down with this. Down, I said. And we shall, I mean, where? Yeah, right now we're lined up. So this is where the station's gonna be. I think we'll probably build it like, I don't know, a bit over here somewhere. How is the amount of cars? 10. I think that's good enough. I don't think we need any more. So, yeah, this is gonna work. Then, right now we are where we want to be. So let's see what we can do with this, huh? Yeah, I think I'm also gonna change the music on the on the tower. I don't like the medieval music, to be honest. It's a little bit meh. It's lacking the oomph, you know, the coolness of a theme park. So definitely we are not going to stick with it. I mean, I also was like, when I selected it. But we gave it a chance, you know. You can't fault me for not giving it a chance, but no, even with giving it a chance, I still think it's kind of garbage. So what we currently can do is go up here and then maybe do something cool like this. Nope. And then go back. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool. We have some space over here. So, also, with that space, we should not make it too difficult for any future rides to use this space. I also don't kind of want to block off any and all possibilities for an exit path somewhere. Besides, I also think Now this is, at least for building purposes, a little bit easier. But we are gonna extend that a little bit further if we want to build the exit path over there. Right. Okay, so this is our car, right? Is it great? No, not really. Man, it's difficult because I don't know if this is actually any good. Perhaps what we should do is, if the ratings turn out to be really crappy, what we will do is we will add like a little bit of a thing around the water here. And then go up, then go back. So we'll cut out this corner and extend it a little bit. Maybe add some scenery to it. For now, we'll see how this turns out. So I think that it's pretty safe to say that we will be able to fit that in there. This should go in here without too much issue. Okay, now comes the very, very difficult part of actually hooking all this up. And I want a ride over here. So we shall place that. What we're going to do is we're going to place a placeholder right over there. So this is not going to mean that we are going to build a second merry-go-round or anything. It's just going to mean that I want to ride there, so I want to make sure that I don't block off any options here. So let me see. We should probably go about doing business as like this. Then what we're probably going to have to do is we'll probably have to lower this by 2 and then raise this by 1. So this is probably where we're gonna hook up the exit to. Then we need to find a way for the entrance. And can we, what we can do is have the entrance go round here. Maybe even up and then round here. So long as we remain below this structure, and I believe that we can because this is over here. So what we should be able to do then, is go up and then actually go around here to, that's gonna block off our way to enter over here though. Maybe we should instead, let's see. Well, actually, we don't need to really block off anything here because we have the path over here that's going to grant us access to this area of the park. So nothing's lost really. We can still get everything done that we want to here. So we can just use the path to hook up to stuff how we want to, as long as we remain here and here. Right, okay, so that's like, at least something. The merry-go-round is gonna go, but I'm just gonna leave it there, so I know not to botch up anything. We will remove it. Now, we're actually not in the right spot for... Well, we don't need to go here. Right, hold on. I need to get this sorted. So we have one more space to go. We need to get up 5 height levels. This is gonna be a long queue, but I do have a plan. So, wait, hold on a second. Oh, I'm going around one too early for this. The car ride is still in the way? What? Right, fine then. If it's in the way, we'll go down. Which wasn't really the way I intended to go, but fine. And there's still a car ride in the way. Now we can go up though. We should go straight. And then up, up. That hooks it up. That is way, way too long for a car ride queue. But it is what it is. We are not going... we're not gonna, pull back from that one. We've chosen it, so we shall stick with it. Now, as far as this goes, we have quite a ways to play around with this. Hold on a second. I see this path over here. Oh, but that's like at height 19. We are currently at height 16. This path is also at height 19. So, yeah. I kind of, I thought there for a moment that I saw a possibility, but there is none to be found. Also, I think we should go up to, I said, up to, oh, up to not there. Also not up to there. And then it's already gonna say that we need to raise or lower the land. Alright. Then, now we should be... That actually hooks it up now, doesn't it? It does. Marvelous! It's a bit convoluted, you know, it's not the best. It could also very well be... Wait, hold on a second. Am I not hooking this up here? No, I'm actually not. Balls! Right, so I was one too low with this then. I can't see where the F we're building. Alright, so that needs to be raised or lowered first. That as well. That as well. Alright. Well, it's not really alright, but that's moving back. For the life of me, I can't see where the F I'm building. This is, oh man, this is so annoying. I have a feeling though that what we need here is this to be raised as well. And then this to be raised by 1. Now though, I feel like we're in a better position. Because now I can at least see what the F I'm doing. Would that hook it up though? No. It wouldn't. There's actually... So... Wait, does that mean that... I believe that means that there's physically no way we can actually hook it up over there. That's a shame. Also, I'm wasting a huge amount of money doing this. But I think we can get around this. It's not the end yet. I need to get the path height markers out there just so that I can see what the F I'm doing. Because currently, I believe that... Nice. Nice! And that, it does actually hook it up. Right, okay. That does of course mean that we kind of want to fix the terrain over here, because we've made a mess of it. Something like that. We'll leave that pit over there because it's too much of a hassle to fix. However, oh yeah, about the benches, huh? Oh man. About the benches, yeah. Let's see, this is the actual exit path. It's not that bad actually. I thought it would be worse, but it's definitely longer than I had hoped it would be. Also, I probably should have put this to testing. We're not gonna go with sport cars, by the way. We're gonna go with vintage cars, even though, of course, they're not really relevant for Game of Thrones medieval castle stuff, but that is what we're gonna go with. You are going to clean out some area over here. Don't even really know if I'm assigning the right areas. It's hard to tell, you know, especially... wait, now this does make it easier. I guess currently we got everything covered for that path. Though it's still really hard to tell. Also, we should name you the mountain that walks. There. You are the mountain that walks. We're gonna hire another entertainer for this queue here, because dang do we need it. And we shall, because you need to be patrolling up and down there. You will be named Barrison Selmy, a true knight if ever we've seen one. One that's still alive in the books, though unfortunately dead in the series. Right, okay, we have no ratings over here. That's not, well, not that bad. We will get those and give it a few moments. Right, okay, then we can remove this, as we have avoided botching anything up there. We shall also place back the castle wall, you know, I think that's only more than fair. There. And yeah, it's looking rather good. Now, of course we shall open this. Let's see, we need to name this. I do have a fitting name. It is not a castle name or a knight's name, but it is fitting nonetheless. Phrase hospitality. And I think we can all remember the Red Wedding freshly. Ooh, a new ride. What is it? The 3D cinema. Nice. That is exactly the type of ride that I was looking for, because I was wanting for a few slam down rides that I could place like around the castle, you know, and that is exactly what we're gonna do with it. Though, having said that, I thought we would have a spot over here, but it turns out that we do not. As there is this track section here, which leaves only 2 tiles here, so there's most likely not going to be a ride over here. But that doesn't mean that we can't place a ride, say, over here. Definitely, we can get something going here. I can see that happening. And if we terraform, you know, if we lower the terrain quite a bit, we could place another one over here. That's like really lowered, and then with paths leading up here. Or maybe even leading down over here. I think leading down is the better option. It's more easy and simple to achieve. Definitely. Alright. So, yeah, we're in a better spot right now. So, the phrase hospitality, huh? Of course, this is a little bit lent from the Red Wedding. And, by the way, what we're also going to do is we are going to change this to, I don't know, ragtime style or something. But anything but the moop, 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 moop. Because that's just horrible. It absolutely is. Right, okay, so that's that sorted. Then, the phrase hospitality. We are gonna give this gray supports, and we are going to give these lightly murk blue greenish. I mean, their sigil is a blue tower on a nothing. But I think it would be cool if it looked a little bit murky colored, and then these are going to be blood red, you know, from the Red Wedding. We might even just make this, you know, a general blue like this, but the phrase, I like them to be murky because they besmirch their honor. Besides, old Lord Walder isn't really the most cleanly type himself. So that's that right added. Then we're gonna add the ball ride, and sure, you know, I said I wanted it to place somewhere over here, but we might as well finish off this section so that we don't ever have to worry about it again. Which, if we place the ball ride here, then that is exactly the status of this section. Now, let us see. We could place it over here. That's actually not a bad idea, you know, all things told. I think that's exactly what we should do, actually. Perhaps lower the terrain there? I'm in favor of that. I don't know if we can, if that's gonna... No, we can. It's not gonna cause issues. Very good. The ball will be placed over here. It is... Well, you know, it is determined right now. Oh man, that's gonna make it even more difficult though to hook anything up to over here. But we're gonna do it. So, let me see. Ew, how did I actually envision doing this then? Well, I guess this is the only way. We do need to keep in mind though that we need to hook up. Yeah, I know we're removing castle walls. I'm not happy with it, but it is what it is. So, I guess we should go up here. And then do it like this. That's the way, I believe. That's the only right way to handle it. And over here, it's gonna be simple, just like that. Oh man, our castle, it's been attacked. The walls have been breached. Yeah, that's definitely not looking so hot right now. We shall fix that, of course, because the castle is important to us. We shall not have it be in such a state. We shall place that there, and then maybe another one of these windows over there. Other than that, we shall just place this. Looking very, very good, you know, castle still intact. So, yeah, let's get the ball sorted. I also believe that this ride is actually rainproof. So, that's a plus as well. Let's see. $5. How about that? I don't think anybody will complain. What else? What else? How about... Oh, actually, no, I didn't open it up. What else? Well, how about the actual movie that we showed there? Space Raiders. Very fitting for a castle medieval style themed ride. So, there we have it. As for the name, though... A ball. An egg. It looks like a dragon egg. We could give this... How about we call this... You know what? This is ballsy. We're gonna call this... a shy. Nah, that's not really... I mean, that's just the name of a city. It's not original. I don't like it. I thought like a shadow ball, you know? A shy by the shadow binders. But, I mean, Space Raiders, you know. On the other hand, maybe it is kind of fitting as, well, you know, as it's all kind of weird stuff that you see, and medieval people seeing Space Raider stuff is definitely a weird thing. So, you know what? Why don't we call this a shy beyond the shadow? It's actually by the shadow, but... that or... I mean, in a way, it's... no. Yeah, why don't we call this the shadow ball of a shy? Yeah, that's it. And that's definitely it. Of course, it does mean that we can only have a cinema building. No, I mean in terms of coloring, what we can only have is, of course, something a little bit more vibrant than that. Perhaps something like that, you know, shadow binding. That definitely has the color of shadow binding all, well, spelled out over it. So that's what we're gonna run with. I think it's all set up, so yes. Now, as for this area, because I consider this to be filled up, but what I do want to know is there actually any space that we can utilize to place down something of a shop or a stall? Hold on a second. No. No, I thought for a moment there, but there's of course the right tracks. So the only place where we could place anything is this exit path over here. I guess a toilet is like the best thing then, in that case. We could perhaps also place something over here to the other side. If we do so though, what we're gonna do is remove the walls here. Which which we cannot place back. I mean, we would have to level this, and that is gonna ruin the castle. And even though a shop here would be very nice, I'll admit that straight away, leaving the castle intact is more important for me. So, well, that's quite a biggie. So we're gonna hamper our gameplay a little. And what we're gonna do is, we shall place another, another one of these over here. We're then going to remove this one, and we're gonna raise the terrain up by one there, and we shall place said toilet. Yes. There. Oh, and we're actually the safest park in the country! Wow! Now, do we have ratings on this one? It's actually good, so we don't need to change it. Phrase hospitality. Yeah, I guess with such a name, of course it's good. Oh man, wow. So we actually did it. We managed to fill up this area of the castle without ruining anything horribly. I mean, sure, we might have chipped off a few pieces of the walls here and there, but all in all, I think it looks rather good, you know. I think we did a pretty solid job over here. So, yeah. Now, in terms of our money. Oh yeah, look at that, and we're definitely back up again. And it has rained pretty much the whole month of October. So that's why we see a dip there, but I'm pretty sure that with our new ball right over there, that's definitely gonna go up. So now, well, I think that we're in a pretty good spot. I mean, also, Boulder phrase hospitality, go out by the sewers. Oh, so fitting. Yeah, their hospitality, man. That's exactly what it's worth. Sewage. Anyway, yeah, with this, I think that we're in a pretty good spot right here. We got 673 guests, so the guests sure love it. And we're also in a pretty good spot to build another ride. Now, how are these coasters doing? Because I don't know, for some reason, oh my good lord. You make almost no income, Stonehenge. Why is that? Is that because you're a little bit inferior? Yeah, that's exactly why. Right, maybe we should actually then... No, we have adjusted the maximum waiting time, so... Oh wow, by the way, I didn't even realize this, but if we pause this, we can see that the timing, at least on the second loop, is damn near perfect. Look at this, going through and the train there. And it's going to be always the case like this. So my guess is that this is also timed pretty perfect. Oh man, that's good. Right, and on that high note of a bombshell, I'm gonna say, join me next time when we're gonna play more Rollercoaster Tycoon.